Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. It's your girl, keep my favorite yada y'all. Alright, y'all, first of all, ever since I got this camera, I have such a terrible habit of either looking at the viewfinder or looking at everything else around me. I don't know why after this long of filming, I still find it really awkward just staring at the camera. But I realize editing that it's even more awkward for you guys watching me when I'm not even like looking at you. So I'm gonna be working on that. Let me know if you had noticed a difference in this video. But anyways, today basically I just want to sit down and talk to you guys a little bit, and I gotta get ready for work, so I'm just gonna kill two birds with one stone. I'm sorry, I'm like trying to adjust myself here. Let me get this light too. There we go, some more light. Alright, yeah, so I'm gonna be talking to you guys and I'm gonna be getting ready at the same time. I'm not gonna talk about any of the makeup products I'm using because this is not my makeup channel. So if you want to see like makeup tutorials and stuff like that, a little bit more details, then head over to my beauty channel. I'll make sure that I link it, okay? Alright, basically I got such great feedback from the last video that I filmed where I was talking about basically just toxic situations with guys and how, you know, sometimes as females we get ourselves tangled up in these situations and we don't leave when it's time to leave, and just how these dudes be having us looking stupid, man. So yeah, a lot of people actually reached out to me even in my inbox and stuff like that, and told me, you know, basically their thoughts on the matter. And yeah, a lot of people seem to really like it. What I will say though, if you do watch this video and you like it, drop a comment here. It helps YouTube and other people know that, you know, people are interacting with this video, and people are more likely to comment if they've seen that other people are already having an open discussion. So don't be shy, y'all. Like, I appreciate you guys reaching out to me privately and letting me know what you think, but it helps me out a lot more if you actually post it on the video. So in case you didn't know that, I'm just throwing that out there. It also helps me out too when if you like the video, to actually give it a thumbs up. I know a lot of people though don't have like a YouTube account, and that's why they can't. So I mean, in that case I understand, but if you do have a YouTube account, go ahead, give the video a thumbs up. Make sure that you're subscribed. I'm looking that way because I actually have a mirror that I'm looking at. Yeah, but today I basically want to talk about something kind of similar but a little bit more broad. It's not a story time per se, but I want to talk about having a lot of toxic friends and like relationships in your life, and the effect that that can have on you. A lot of times I feel like we don't even realize what's happening to us by surrounding ourselves with all the wrong people. And most times you don't end up realizing how badly it is affecting your life until you make a change. And then when you make a change and realize, oh wow, like things have been going really smooth for me. I've been feeling better. I've been waking up early. Like, even your health overall will be so much better just not dealing with toxic people. And I'm telling you, this is something I had to learn over time, because apparently I don't know what it is about me, and I don't know if I'm the only one. Like, I can't be the only one like this. Y'all tell me if y'all are just attracted to toxic people naturally. I feel like I'm attracted to everybody with broken spirits that's just been through so much, and I don't know if I like the idea of people just being damaged and that I can relate, or I can probably offer some bit of healing to them, or just whatever. I don't know what it is, but I am really attracted to somebody with just a little bit of struggle, you know what I mean? I don't think I've ever met anyone that's like really had their shit together and I'm like, oh yeah. Usually I find those people kind of boring, and I don't know, it's just, I don't know. I really don't know why. I'm sure there's a psychological reasoning behind that, but that's just what I've found has happened with me personally. But I've realized in life there's only so much and no more that you can do for people. It's great being the type of person that you want to help people out, and you know, you want to be there for everybody, but at the same time you have to realize at what expense. You know what I'm saying? If you realize that by trying to help everybody out, you're constantly like just feeling heavy in your heart, or you always have so much stuff on your mind, because when people unload themselves on you, it's great being a listening ear, but if people are constantly like just telling you all the bad things that are happening to them and stuff, you won't be able to help how it just sits on your chest and how your mind replays hearing that over and over and over and over. And if there's not a good balance of positive things happening at the same time, like them sharing their good news and be like, oh my gosh, so remember how I told you about this last week? So this is the outcome and it's a great outcome. Then you can have a happy ending to the story. If it's all just really negative, I promise you're gonna after a while just feel like, oh my god, like it's just so much going on, I just feel like I need a break. You're gonna need a detox or something, and it's important that you give yourself that opportunity to just flush out all the negativity every now and then. It's all right if you can't be there for everybody for like a week or two and you're like, listen, no offense, I just can't deal with that right now. You know what I mean? I used to have people in my life, I swear, I don't know how I didn't realize they were users, but I legit would have people that, not that they only reached out to me when they needed stuff, but they came with a lot of baggage. Like, they're in your life and you just notice that basically there's always a sob story, they're always in need of something, there's always like just something going on with them, you know what I mean? And especially if you're that friend or that person, even if it's a relationship, if you're that person that's always trying to offer to help, you're not just listening, you're like, oh my gosh, like, yeah, I can do this, or I know somebody who can help you out, and they realize that they're really benefiting from having you around, trust and believe they're gonna make use of that. Because users, even if they're not like intentionally trying to use you from like a bad place in their heart, but if they realize that they're getting a lot from you, oh yeah, they're gonna stick around for sure. But you just have to ask yourself, what are you getting in return? And I mean, growing up, my mom kind of told me, you know, helping people, if you're doing anything for anyone, you shouldn't be doing it because you want something back. You should be doing it because, you know, you genuinely care about whatever it is their situation is and you want to help. But at the same time, like, everything has a limit, you know what I mean? Nothing in life is free, nothing's unlimited, for real. It's just, no, not even water is free, y'all. So just let that simmer. If you're constantly giving and giving and giving and you're not getting anything back, think about it. If it's a fountain and everybody comes and, you know, people are like, oh my gosh, yes, this water from the fountain is great, it makes you live like really long, or just whatever it is. But who is coming to supply this mountain? What if the amount that is getting taken out of this mountain is not like more than it? What if it's more than the amount that's getting put back? Then eventually there's just not gonna be enough. You're gonna be drained out. You're not even gonna have enough energy to give to yourself or your partner, you know what I mean? Because you're just extending yourself so much to friends and people who just aren't replenishing your soul, and that is so important. You'll learn that if you pick up habits like meditating and stuff like that, then you will kind of be a lot more mindful of like how things are affecting your energy. Yeah, you'll realize all that kind of stuff. Y'all, I literally had a relationship in the past that was so draining on me. Oh my god, I'm not gonna give out any details. I had several relationships actually that were very, 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 very toxic, and I'm just gonna talk a little bit about each of them and just like how they affected me. And I don't know why I didn't realize at the time that they were affecting me, but I don't know, man. I don't know. Maybe I'm not as strong as I think I am, because it always takes me so much longer than it should to really be like, you know what, screw this, I'm out. I had this one ex, and basically he would just always talk down to me. I don't know how to explain this, but he low-key hated me. I feel like he would just constantly throw the fact in my face that he was seeing other people. And granted, we were not a serious relationship, so for the most part I kind of didn't care. I was just more so annoyed than anything. But the fact that he was doing these things to me and then I was still making myself available to him is where the no-no was. You know what I mean? The first sign I had that, okay, this dude ain't shit, I should have just been like, all right, if that's the kind of person you are, that's cool. You know, I'm sure there's people out there that like that kind of stress, but that is not me, and I'm just gonna gracefully bow out. I didn't do that. I sticked around. There were things that I liked about him that, you know, I guess just outweighed all the negativity, which it shouldn't have, because they weren't even that important really. But he would dead ass just like not like me, and he would tell people he doesn't like me and stuff, but he's like messing with me. And he would just talk so poorly of me all the time to other people, even in my presence, which is what the most toxic thing about that situation was just how he used to hate me, but he used to make it his point of duty to like follow me around and kind of be wherever I'm at, even where I used to work at. So not only did he hate me and like, you know, we broke up and then he was talking shit a bit about me. Nah, he was talking shit about me the whole time. And I don't know why, but I knew this. And then whenever he would come around and like try to talk to me in private or just whatever, I just thought that was okay. And oh my god, that whole situation was so stressful on me. I can't even tell you guys how much I lost because of that relationship, because a lot of it is just super personal. But just know that it caused me to be physically ill. I think that's when I really knew that, yeah, this just can't, it's just a dub. Like, you have to leave me alone. And it should have definitely came a lot sooner than it did, because by that time I already had lost so much. And I was really sad, yo. I was so sad. Oh my gosh, it was not even funny. But you know, eventually after that, he was very hot and cold too. He would like treat me like shit, but at the same time, if somebody else came around and was like kind of like acting funny towards me or said anything crazy, or I was in a situation where I was like about to get in a fight or anything like that, he would be like kind of like right there, you know what I mean? Like, yeah, no, that's not gonna happen, and be on my side. So I mean, I don't know if I was confused or what, but I was just like really thinking that maybe he cared, but he obviously didn't. You gotta watch out for people like that, man. Oh my gosh, that just give you just enough to kind of like believe that they care for you, and you give them way too many chances than they deserve. No, that's a definite no-go. The minute people start like just doing anything that hurts you, you need to cut that off. Like, you really need to nip it in the bud, because people, I've learned this, people will treat you how you allow them, and you gotta really just make it be known, like, yeah, this is not gonna work out, And just, you don't even have to give them a reason, honestly. People like that, you just cut them off. You just stop talking to them immediately. Just be like, okay, cool, that's how you feel. And you just know what time it is within yourself. It is important for you to protect your own energy. So if you feel cool with it, and you don't even want to be bothered with any more hassle of having to explain and possibly get into an argument with them, shit, you don't owe them anything. Your first priority is yourself, and you need to realize that and just cut them off. And when I say cut them off, I mean really cut them off. Like, block and delete. Change your number if you must, because I know I had a problem with this, and a lot of people I know do as well. Like, when we cut people off, I don't know, I feel like as time goes by, we kind of forget why we cut them off or why we decided we were done with them in the first place. And then, you know, when they do that thing where they start trying to reach out to you from other people's number, and you kind of feel special because you're like, oh my gosh, I blocked them and they're going out of their way to still contact me. They must really, like, can't do without me. And it just makes us feel special. I don't know why, but it's such a toxic trait. And then we just basically fall right back into that again. And we're just like in the same cycle. They're probably really great when you first start talking back to them because they, you know, make promises that they're going to change. They realize that you'll cut them off. So they're really trying to convince you that they're different this time, just until they're not different. And then they're doing the same stuff again. And then you're just like back and forth with the same bullshit. Yeah, it's just really not worth it at all. And we need to do everything we gotta do to just cut that off, like cancer. If you don't get cancer out of your body, what's gonna happen? You're gonna die. So you got to really just treat it that seriously. It might not be that serious to you, but you have to treat it like that, because if you really don't get these people out of your life, promise you, you may not die from it, but so much of yourself will die because of it. And I had this other ex, oh my gosh, this one was, whew, this one was terrible, because this one, I was with them for a while. And oh my gosh, this ex used to do this thing where he would like compare me to other females. And I don't know why I was like feeding into that shit. I was so sad all the time. And I hated, like, I pretty much hated myself, because I just felt like I just wasn't good enough, you know what I mean? The fact that he kept having to compare me to other people, and I was never like the person winning the competition. It was always like, oh, look how this person is just so much better than you. And I just really believe that. Obviously, a lot of that has to do with your own self-confidence, because if you're confident in the first place, then nobody will really be able to kind of sway your mind like that. But I really wasn't. There was a lot of things growing up that I was always self-conscious about within myself. And then around this time too, I had just had a baby, so my body itself was different. And it was taking me a while to get used to that. And then having somebody who is like kind of like pointing out the stuff that's different, and just like, oh, look at this or look at that, and you should work on this, and you should go to the gym, or this or that or that. And I'm just like, oh my god, like, can you give me a break? Like, just give me a second, you know? Like, you just want to take a shower and put your clothes on in the bathroom, that kind of situation. You ever seen people like that? You go to the pool and they literally like wear a t-shirt over their bathing suit, and you're like, what the fuck? Like, you're at a pool or you're at the beach. Yeah, people like that, you have to really, like, don't judge them, because you never know what they're going through. It's probably even taking a lot of confidence for them to even be there at all, because some people hate beaches and stuff like that just because they know that they have to wear like a bathing suit, and they just don't feel confident. I was one of those persons, not about the bathing suit in specific, but I was really just not confident in my body. And I was just like, yeah, no, That honestly, it sucks to say this, but a lot of my confidence now has come from the people that I do have in my life. I've realized how that one person really did shape the way I thought about myself, and I've made a conscious effort to kind of not keep people like that around me anymore, and really kind of hype myself up and know that, you know, I am bad as fuck. Like, regardless of what anybody else thinks, that's what I am. And I have to, like, constantly work at that. But if you, like, just don't have people around you that make you feel like that about yourself, then trust me, you're gonna, like, really struggle to just love yourself. I don't know not one person that has people around them that are constantly talking down about, like, their appearance or the way they look or the way they do something not right, and they still say, oh, it doesn't bother me at all, like, I still think I do a great job. I think after a while, everybody, that kind of stuff, it eats at you. So if you notice that you have a friend or something like that where basically they only choose to make their opinion known when it's something bad, or they, even if it's not like the worst situation, or you just tell them a situation in general, they just really only choose to point out like what could possibly go wrong or what is wrong about the situation. Like, they're not that friend that's like, oh, it's not as bad as you think, you're overreacting or whatever. It's not good to be unrealistic about a situation, but at the same time, you kind of do sometimes need those people that are just like always like obnoxiously positive, you know? And I think we all know some of those people too. And I think when you're stuck in a negative situation, ironically, those over the top positive people are kind of annoying sometimes. Because I remember I used to literally be so annoyed by the people who, like, you're like going through stuff and they're just like constantly talking about how things are great and life is great and just like so positive, and they're like, oh, all you need to do is this. And I'm like, yeah, of course, you know, you have all the answers and everything's just so easy for you. And I just was so annoyed. So if you find yourself doing that to people who are around you, like trying to show you some positivity, you might have to take some time to just like meditate and really try to refocus your energy and probably cut out some of the noise. I'm gonna stop talking for a little bit and just hurry up and get this part right here. Alright guys, that's it for this video and this look. If I wasn't gonna work, I would have really put some lip gloss on top of this lip combo, but I really like it. What do you think? I think this is a very like cute kind of girly pinkish vibe. I'm looking at myself in the viewfinder, but so conceited. But anyways, no, for real, I do love how this look turned out. I said I wasn't gonna mention nothing about the products, but I will let you know what is on my lid right here. It is Kitten by Stila. Stop touching stuff. I had to let Dana in here, y'all, because she would not stop banging at the door. So yeah, but I really do need to wrap this up because I gotta get ready for work, child. But all in all, I hope you guys really grasp what I was saying in this video. I feel like it was kind of all over the place, but basically just take care of yourself and make yourself a priority. Obviously it's not easy, because if it was easy you would be doing that right now, but I'm just asking you, take a second. If you feel overworked or drained, or just feel like you're not getting anything out of the friendships or relationships you have right now, or you don't even realize that you're not getting anything, just take a second every probably like I would say 6 months or so and just evaluate the people that you spend the most time talking to or that you consider to be close, and just look at it overall, like kind of like analyze, you know, like how you go over your finances. Yeah, you go over your relationships and you just be like, okay, well, dang, in this last however much months, this bitch has really been going through a lot. And seems like every time she calls me, it's just to unburden herself. Doesn't mean that you ditch a friend when they need you, because, you know, we all have those times where we're up and then sometimes we're down. But I mean, overall though, if it's a constant thing, you kind of got to be like, okay, no, girl, I'm gonna just let you just figure out your life, because it seems like you just got a lot going on. And I mean, most times we have a lot going on ourselves as well, and you can't be focused on what you got going on and focus on what everybody else got going on too at the same time. Dana, stop stressing me out, girl. Leave it alone. Yeah, guys, so if you like this video, go ahead and give it a big thumbs up. Make sure you are subscribed to my channel. Stay tuned. If there's anything in particular you want to talk about, let me know. I love to sit down and chit chat with you guys. I have a couple ideas of some stuff coming up. I just really need to find a time to film. Y'all, I've been so busy. I can't even explain, but I will actually do a video sitting down, kind of like updating you guys on what's been going on with me and just everything. But for right now, thank you for bearing with me. I'm trying to stick with at least my weekly uploads. No, girl, use the same one that you got here. Use this one. Use the same one. You got two of them. All right, guys, bye.